So you've just come across a coin that's completely dirty. You think that it's worth a lot of money and you just don't know what the date is. You don't know exactly what the coin is because it's just so incredibly dirty. There are very few exceptions as to why you should ever clean your coins. Now when I say clean, a lot of the time I'm talking about a harsh chemical that is cleaning the surface of the coin that ultimately leads to damaging the coin and decreasing the value. Let's take this 1982 10-cent no P cleaned coin graded by Annex, an AU 58. Now that's a bit of a mouthful, but let's just break this down. So Annex is the grading company, AU means almost uncirculated, 58 is the grade. In grading we can go from anywhere from a grade of 1 all the way up to 70, so this is a pretty high graded coin. This one has been cleaned unfortunately, which is not a good thing, and this one has no P mint mark, so there should be a P mint mark around the date there, but it does not. So this is a pretty rare coin, and it sold for $94, which is a huge return on 10 cents, but if this coin was not cleaned and it graded higher, it would have sold for a lot more money. So this coin right here is a 1922 no D 1 cent wheat cent penny. Now this one was graded by NGC details cleaned. They didn't even put a grade on it, they just said that it was cleaned. Typically this 1922 penny should have a D mint mark underneath the date there. Now being able to identify cleaned coins takes a lot of time. It's hard to even really describe it without just seeing a lot of them. I can personally look at a coin, whether it's on the internet or in person, and tell you immediately if it's been cleaned or not. That's just because I've seen a lot of cleaned coins. And I've seen a lot of not cleaned coins, so I know what the difference is. This coin sold for $5,520. Now if it was not cleaned and it was in better condition, it would have sold for a lot more money than $5,520. Here's a really nice dated coin. So this is a 1932 Washington quarter. Now this one was cleaned and graded by Annex and MS60. So sometimes when coins are graded and they are also cleaned, some grading companies will not grade them. They will just say details, or they will just not grade it, or they will put a general grade range like uncirculated or almost uncirculated or extremely fine, for example. But this one graded at a mint state 60, which is the lowest mint state grade you can achieve. Right below mint state 60 is a 58, almost uncirculated. But this coin sold for $1,725. Now the 1932 D Washington quarters are a really nice quarter to have. If you come across a 1932 quarter and it's really dirty, I would recommend not cleaning the coin. Now if you want to get a little paper towel and a little bit of water and wipe off some of the dirt, that's fine, but I'm talking about getting some sort of acetone or some sort of harsh chemical that's going to strip this coin and make it really clean looking and allow it to sell for less money. So here's a 1944 cent coin struck on a zinc coated steel planchet that is improperly cleaned, graded by NGC and AU details, meaning almost uncirculated. So if you have this 1944 penny and it's struck on a zinc coated steel planchet like this, you could have a coin worth a lot of money. This one sold for $5,875. Now if it was not cleaned, again, it would have sold for a lot more money than almost $6,000. Same thing here. You know, another thing to consider, this coin sold for $16,800. It's also a 1944 coin struck on a zinc coated steel planchet. It's also cleaned. This one graded by PCGS. It's so important to know also, if you're selling your coins, when to be selling them, because the time when you sell your coins is very important. Market conditions will always go up and down. So you want to make sure that if you're selling your coin, you sell it at a time that the market is going up. And if you necessarily absolutely have to sell the coin, then it's probably best to sell it at a market high. But I recommend not selling the coin, you know, because as soon as you sell a coin like this, you do enter a taxable event. Obviously this is not financial advice whatsoever, but if you sell a coin for almost $17,000 like this one, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it, right? But the moral of the story here is that cleaning coins will decrease the value, so be careful if you come across a dirty coin and you clean it, because it could decrease the value. Hit that subscribe button, it really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next video.